to go wrong? Let's get into the action.
This round so important in MR12, and well, we're going to have Nigma Galaxy starting on the CT side, so they've won out that, and a bit of a slow start. Look at this very defaulty looking round from the T side. Bit of a split in towards mid, 2 from lowers and 2 from the top.
Yeah, this is pretty classic. Tori's spotted and seen all the contact as well. Cat can be here to swing together. Meanwhile, if you take a look at the A bomb site, they are pushing in towards ramp. There's a lot of good coverage here for Nigma.
Also, going to be thrown through, and Cat's ahead of it. Shooting out is going to be heard, and the swing comes through from GFI. Needs to find this kill. Cat's just dancing around the corner. But GFI does get the opening frag of the event. And a bit of damage done onto Vilga too. They're finding their way through. The bomb's implanted. It's 5 on 3 and 23. Gets pushed down and deleted. HSG coming in and hitting.
Yeah, look at GFI as well. Oh, I didn't even find Story. See you later. Anna now in the 1 versus 4. We need to go absolutely crazy, but can't quite manage it. Really good pistol out of HSG. They stuck to their game plan. They isolated the fight in towards short, and then suddenly the ramp players can't really get involved. They don't know whether to push and go round in towards mid, miss the timing, or fight in towards A. But by that point, you've lost your jungle player, you've lost your short player. You're being overwhelmed.
That's kind of crazy pistol round, to be honest. That's the sort of setup you'd expect to see in like a rifle round, just the way that they played at the mid split. Often you see a pistol round, it's very packed mentality, right? Especially with the Glocks. So interesting that they went for that, but obviously it worked out well. And Nigma Galaxy opting for the full eco.
Stack on B. And if you're HSG, the one thing you don't want to walk into right now is a stack. Also, I want to draw attention to the buy. The fact that there's only one SMG in the mix, you've got Galils, you've also got a lot of utility, but it just means that when you go up against the weapons in the next round, you know it's going to be an eco in this one. It's just the way that CS2 plays out. You're much more better equipped than just having like a lot of Mac 10s.
I would have liked to have seen at least one AK. I think that's the only thing I'd criticize here, but just be careful as you enter, as you go into the stack, but they're clearing it pretty well, and the Mac 10 getting a couple of frags, no casualties, and HSG. Perfect start.
Yeah, look, you're not going to be too worried about this. However, if you are Nigma Galaxy, you know you've just got your investment now. You're going to have the weaponry. Anna goes straight for an AWP. No armor, no utility.
Okay, that's kind of crazy. I think also because you know that there's a Mac 10 in play, that they're probably going to throw something a bit pacey into this round. You kind of want to disrupt when you go into the first gun round against the CTs, catch them off guard. So it does also mean a lack of utility, right? Everyone's gone for an M4, so we're not seeing any FAMAS MP9 buys to get more util, get kits, things like that.
No window smoke. Instead, it's for top middle. And they've taken the space quite convincingly. Notice how Anna doesn't really want to get involved just because of the factors you've just mentioned. So a lot of space is being taken somewhat for free here for HSG. And Nigma Galaxy have got no information. That's where this ramp push is going to come in. Suddenly they're going to have the AWP of Anna rotate back over towards B. But if HSG execute right now, that's where the gap is.
Yeah, Kat is alone. Vilga is in towards ladder room, so she can support. And she's going to be needed. She's going to be the one that has to step up first. Contact's going to come through. Spots out Olga and gets there for free. GFI not in a position to trade. Cat on the site is able to get one. Jawu came through, but the timing wasn't great. So they've already lost bodies. A whiff shot from Anna, though, is going to give some space. Vilga continuing to step in. Bomb being planted, so they're being allowed that, but you can see the flank's already there from 23. And in fact, the bomb got denied. Bit of a stumble there, and Nigma Galaxy get the first gun round.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate because the design of that round was absolutely perfect. The timing of when they went to hit short, but there just wasn't a flash in towards ladder. There wasn't a molly in towards ladder, and now you're peeking one by one. You're giving Vilga the opportunity to find a couple of kills. That means the site player's got a lot more time to react and can focus only on one angle, be in the B apartments. This felt sloppy right at the tail end for HSG, but the setup was perfect.
Right call, execution a little bit off the mark, but still got, thanks to those really strong opening rounds, a pretty good buy into this one. Olga with the Mac 10, everyone else got AKs. I'd be giving her an AK personally, but is what it is. Now Anna gets armor, she gets util, and everybody's happy. Being given all the space in mid once again. No contestation from Nigma Galaxy.
Yeah, that's a very interesting point. The fact that They haven't really fought it with a number of players. They haven't felt the pressure enough to flash and take a peek and a swing from connector from short at the same time. Instead, it's the extremities that are being worked. 23 finds the opener onto GFI, and that kind of hinders plans. Olga gets overwhelmed as well, and there's still a second player here for Nigma over in jungle.
Well, they did manage to find Tori, so that's something, but 23 is just taking them down one by one, eventually flushed out by Argent, and Xiaoyu finds one as well. Anna, forced off the mark, has to retreat. That's going to allow this bomb to come through. The Galaxy have shown they don't want to allow their plan, and oh, the leg just saw the shadow, couldn't quite find the target, so Argent gets to live to fight another day. They fall on back, uncomfortable position, they're out in the open, and Kat's able to flush her. Xiaoyu, 2 kills that she needs to find, and smokes on both these players, but the perfect swing before the smoke plumes. 1 versus 1, bomb being tapped, and Kat sticking it. Kat sticking it, the spam doesn't quite hit the mark. Oh, she finds it. Just clutches it out. 1 versus 2, and HSG bounced back.
I'll tell you what, Nigma Galaxy are looking really unsettled right now. And HSG, they're able to work their way into that round. And that round is a pure example of what happens when you swing individually versus when you go together and you have better trade spacing. You take a look at these couple of opening kills. HSG almost just give them up to the CT side. Then immediately they hit out A. You've got players swinging from Tetris, players swinging from Ramp at the same time. It is there and it is combining. I just can't believe that retake is just so slow. It feels very fatigued almost.
Now look what it's done. You've got this hero M4 coming through for Tori, but pistols on the rest. And despite winning that first gun round, that feels so long in the rearview mirror at this point. Your economy in the gutter, and Olga, there we go. That's what we want to see from Olga, getting warmed up, nice double entry. Yes, it's against the pistols, but you see the hints of what we know her for. Those great entry shots. Tori gonna get a parting kill. Might be able to find another, but you wouldn't mind actually hunting her because you know that she's had to invest this hero rifle in, and GFI is gonna do just that. Gets away with a little bit of health and can swap out the Galil for an M4 as well.
Tell you what, that's so important, the fact that HSG keep 4 players alive as well, because it just helps their economy. Where these rounds have actually been quite close, think about the previous one where it comes down to 1 versus 1, you think about the first gun round in which they lost. It's so vital to stabilize economy. It's so fragile in CS2 with MR12. It kind of feels like, especially when you're on the CT side, that if your money gets broken once, you spend the rest of the half just chasing to try and catch it up. Yeah,
that's actually why I don't mind that AWP purchase that Anna brought in so early, because you don't get many opportunities to use the AWP, and when you got Anna on your team, you want to have that as much as possible. So it's kind of cool to bring it in early, but it relies on you then converting the rounds, right?
And it also just relies on her. If she's buying the AWP, she's buying it for a reason. And it felt like she was quite passive. I know it's the fact of not having armor, but at the same time, you've got the best sniper in your team. Call around her.
Well, this is the thing, right? Kind of highlighted it before, the play styles. Anna, as an AWPer, she's incredible. Very good in a clutch and post plans, things like that. But she is a bit more of a passive player, right? She's not necessarily the playmaker, simple style AWPer. She's a bit more of a, hold down the angle, get the good rotations, good timing. That sort of play style.
Yeah, very, very systems-based.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see what happens, because HSG, they got to a fantastic start, and it'll be perfect for them if they just kind of keep the momentum rolling. Momentum is such an important thing, especially in the context of these games. You just win 1 map here on Mirage, and suddenly you're in the upper bracket. You're looking to fight for playoffs as soon as possible. Execute on towards B. Hazel finds the opener immediately. That's the bomb site unlocked.
Yeah. Execute was perfect. The rotations were here, but they weren't fighting out through market. Cat was just holding back from empty. Tori has found the lurk, but Olga is very far removed anyway. At least you now know that the focus is just on this bomb site. But look where you're retaking from. 3 from market. It's still smoked off in window. Post-site positions are very strong. Being fuddled on through, although good damage on the Xiaoyu. She stays alive. That smoke deploy gives her space to work with as well. And Hazel finds one. Can't quite control the spray onto another. Anna swaps out to the M4. She finds on the ground. Xiaoyu sitting behind the smoke. Just wants to find one more kill. And if she does, that's everything. But no, she falls. And it's all onto Argent. The spray goes wild. And Nigma Galaxy pull off the retake.
I think that again, another classic example of Nigma Galaxy think that they are the best team in the world and they will go for every single retake. I like the fact they're waiting so patiently for Tori to split on towards short. HSG in that scenario, look, you've got players in good positions, but you're not playing off each other. You're not swinging there together. And although it's a good use of the utility, smoking off Xiao Wu at the back of the bomb site, Argent's not really getting involved. She could have swung from window to help players out. And it really feels like, again, all of those kills taken individually.
Yeah, it kind of feels like when Xiao Wu gets brought low there, that she kind of just says, play your life, you know, and they kind of just get into more of an individualistic setup in the post plant. But now Orb comes out, and oh, that was the opportunity. Really nice idea, but unfortunately couldn't quite hit the mark. You know, Xiao Wu's actually been reduced to the Tech 9. But then you got the Orb, so, you know, that's kind of the trade-off.
Yes, definitely the compromise. And if Hazel found that opening shot, that would have been the perfect recipe for it. Double push in towards ramp, and Argent knows it and still commits to the swing anyway. That's a little bit brave.
Yeah, I thought maybe she was waiting for some reinforcements to flash her through. Well, Olga, though, is given an opportunity. Bit of damage done back onto Hazel through the spam, but GFI finds 23. Nice. So suddenly, striking on through, and Cat backside has to come up big, and she does. A double kill from Van completely scuppers this split.
Yeah, this is actually really frustrating to watch because, again, it's another round in which HSG put themselves in a really good scenario. You've got an additional element now, GFI walking through connector rather than out towards ramp because you know that's been compromised. You find the players getting caught in transition, you set yourselves up perfectly, and suddenly you're not using any utilities to get yourself there. You're not coordinating with the B Apartments player to swing and isolate this fight on towards Cat.
Can you give Nigma Galaxy an inch, and they are taking a light year. Actually, don't think that's a measure of distance. But anyway.
Light years are?
No, I think it's,
it's time.
Yeah. GFI falls. Tori backside can deny the plant. Nigma Galaxy find their third.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, I'll be honest. Like that looked, again, the fact that HSG are in a really good position there to try and close the round. And you get right to the point where it's like, okay, we're doing it. The mid-round, it's working. We're getting these kills. And then you stumble right at the last hurdle. And you can't allow for that. And these are really minor details that are now cascading into a catalogue of errors. And that is one thing you can't be affording to do, especially when you got off to such a good start. On Mirage as well, of all maps. On Mirage, where the desk have said, look, why are we playing Mirage in the first place?
Still in a pretty favorable position, right? 4-3, you've got the advantage, and, you know, I think you can get 6 rounds, you're probably feeling okay. I actually do feel like for HSG, they want to win out the half for any chance of closing. Just knowing the kind of systematic approach that Nigma Galaxy are going to bring on their T side as well.
We are seeing new bits of utility being brought in for CS2. Just saw on the replays there, the smoke that HSG are throwing. It's landing on the little wooden panel just above connector, so it fully spreads. There's no gaps, which is good to see. Been doing their homework, and this looks like a fast B pop. It is just pistols, so primary objective here for HSG is put the bomb down.
G5's got armor, so if they do find a weapon, there's a chance. And, you know, they're very removed on the A side. So if you can get in here, you can find these 2 players. Maybe there's a wild flashbang. Doesn't quite catch Cat. Bilga sits on back, and yeah, crisis should be averted here. Holding it down without issue. B site is perfect. Not even a lick of damage done.
Yeah, clean. Very clean. Cat getting online as well. She's a very dependable anchor player for this Nigma Galaxy side. Also a player I feel like we haven't really touched on yet is 23. Because at LAN, she is a different beast. She's very good, has got a ton of experience, and I'd be keeping my eye on her throughout all of this tournament because when it matters most, she comes up the most clutch. Yeah,
I think when you look at Nigma Galaxy, often, you know, you kind of talk about this team as anyone can kind of pop up at any moment, but in terms of most recent performance this season, it's been Anna, and it's been 23. Tori's been a little bit behind, but those 2 definitely been leading the charge. And a bit of aggression, bit of a change-up. Taking space in towards the apartments. This is a 3-player lead from the CT side. HSG have been prioritizing this side of the map. Anna's set up here. It's a classic kind of bait and switch. Anna can fall off the line, and then you've got the rifle there. However, it is a heavy commitment to this setup, so HSG, if they can avoid it, Nigma Galaxy will have to budge at some point.
It really surprised me that we haven't seen the rotation already, because you've heard it, you've obviously seen the spam, but there's been no commitment, so you know it's a little bit fakey. Vilga on the angle in towards chair, gets challenged, but the damage, damage technically goes her way, especially with that grenade, but walking up connector, yet again, these players on A are a little bit isolated.
That's the bomb spotted, so I don't know what sort of information that gives, and yeah, you can see Kat immediately starts to take the space. Utility to support her moving on forward, and now you can get Anna out of there. You can move her over to A to have that player in position. And all this time HSG has spent doesn't give them too much unless they can get in before Anna arrives. She's on a mission, coming around to CT, has some support here. No smoke in towards this position, and there are two players here. GFI has one in her hands that she's ready to throw, so does Zhao Wu, but it's going to come a little bit late. Anna given an opportunity to fight. 23 is going to spot one. Eventually it does land, but Tori swings on through from jungle, gets one. The trade does come through, but 23 spamming through the smoke. Argent and Zhao Wu in a 2 versus 4. And Argent's position certainly known. Kat has the complete read on this. Flashbang on A, you definitely know. Smoke's giving a little bit of space. They can waste some time, but now it's all in Zhao Wu. She came up good in a clutch before, but she has to do it on an entire new level now. 4 players to find, only gets the one. And Nigma Galaxy take the lead.
It's really interesting just to see how Nigma Galaxy are approaching this game. It's a lot of setups just based on extremity. And we spoke about the fact that there was a big gap, a big opportunity there. And how many rounds have we seen now HSG being able to get into connector basically for free, uncontested, apart from a couple of stray bullets being exchanged? Nigma Galaxy are playing very passive on these bomb sites and allowing a lot of room here. And just when it comes to these executes, when it comes to just this final bit, that is where we are struggling. Again, why is the smoke coming in so late? Why are you exposing yourself towards CT? It's unfortunate because I think HSG are actually playing this really well up until getting the bomb on the site.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the way Nigma are approaching it reminds me a bit of VP, right, in terms of just like allowing the space to come through, but just giving no answers to the T side. So they end up walking it almost blind, right, into that. They're walking into a stacked side, essentially, because the rotation comes through, and they have no information on that. Gonna be trying B again. This is where they've had some reasonable success, at least in getting the bomb down. But again, Anna's here. The smoke comes through. The commitment's not directly behind it, so she's going to get further into the site, dig her heels in, and Vilga comes on through as well. Now, they might think this is a fake because there's no follow-up, and I think part of it is waiting to see what Olga can find in mid as well.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the crucial point as soon as the contact comes over. But instead, she's going to be used as an alert component. Flashbangs over Anna, makes no mistake. And now Cat can just be activated from Van. This is looking very decisive now from the CT side. Here comes Olga, and she will strike for one. Anna needs to get on the angle, and she'll find it. There's even a team kill in the mix.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Yep, shut down. Anna dealing with that component coming from short. And again, it all just feels a little disjointed, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You can see the ideas there, but the execution, you can't be making these minor timing mistakes against a team like Nigma Galaxy because they're going to punish you every time.
Exactly. And it even just goes to the bare bones of going with your utility. Just using the timing you've got on the flashbangs. It's one of those... I know the desk portrayed it as a David versus Goliath moment, but it feels like David has had the upper hand in a number of these rounds, and Nigma Galaxy, they're just the team that you can't put away.
He's fumbling over his slingshot, dropping the rocks, having to pick them back up again. Goliath's on his knees, and oh, wait 1 second. Oh, and he's back up with his big sword. I don't know.
It's like when you like CC an enemy, and they've got like that brief time of like stun. You just don't do all your damage.
What game are you talking about?
Diablo.
Oh, okay. So, CC, we're playing Dota now? What's going on?
I don't know.
World of Warcraft?
Nice shots from Anna. And that's much better as well, because it felt like the time she has the AWP, as you mentioned, has to be the most impactful. Comes up good for a couple of kills. There we go. Window smoke, and it's blown instantly. HSG, they don't swing the corner, so they don't find out that Anna's there.
Control late. Smoke comes through the window now, and they can start to take the space. Anna's just been given kind of the complete roam to lock down mid, to be kind of that element that gets ahead of the T's. Flick down, doesn't quite connect. Would have been an insane shot if it did, but those are the ones that you look at Anna and you think maybe she can do it. Swing through short, jumping around the corner. Vilga holds down the spray. Olga is there for the trade. Good Molotov this time. Cat feeling the pressure, and a spray can't quite connect. But look who's here. It's Anna, AWP in hand, and she's tucked in towards empty. She's alone on the side, and she's getting overwhelmed, needed to hit that shot. And HSG have an advantage. Another smoke comes down. Bomb being planted. But Nigma Galaxy, you know they're going to go for this. They've got the money to do it. And they know they can break the backs of HSG if they pull this one out. Utility coming on forward, continuing to lock down this space. Bullets raining through the smokes. And a flashbang to set up these players coming out through 1 for 1. All now on to Tori. She finds the first USP in hand. Spots out GFI as she spams through that smoke, but it needs to be the headshot, and there it is. Just one more bullet would do it. Dancing around, and oh my god, how? How have they done that? Fantastic from Tori, but for HSG, that one stings.
That one really hurts. That one really, really hurts. Again, it's another one of these retake situations in which you'd even argue that Nigma Galaxy shouldn't be going for, but you got so many rounds up, you got the money, it makes sense to do it, but the way they even approach it, they just flash their way through the smoke, and 23 immediately hits the deck, and you start to think, okay, well, this should be a 1 round, and it's not. It never is. And that one's gonna hurt a lot for HSG, because now it feels like no matter what you do, you've had the variation, you've thrown caution to the wind a little bit with all your purchases, you've been going for these Mac 10 Galil buys. You've been prioritizing the weaponry a lot rather than the utility, rather than the AWP, because of the speed of which you're executing onto these rounds. You finally get into the bomb site, you put the bomb down, and yet you can't hold on.
It's messy. It really is. And now you're in the last round of the half, and you might be exiting it with just 4. 5 and a pistol on the CT, and maybe that's the pathway through. These rounds that they've dropped, they're going to be feeling those, and you can't let that get to you, not in these best of ones. You've shown you can take it to them.
Feels like it's already got to them, though. This was 4-1, and now it's 7-4 to this CT side. Very quiet, very hush. Not a lot of utility, trying to kind of act as a guise of where they are, and as a result, Tori gets caught off guard. This time doesn't find anything.
G5 finds the entry as well. Vilga does get one back onto Olga, but she's brought down low. And again, HSG, a great advantage here. Anna removed as well. 4 versus 2. Vilga's on half HP. Surely this is it, and there's the kill. Cat, she's great, but 4 players cannot be found. 5 at the half for HSG.
So much better from HSG there. They walk through connector, they double swing to get the opener, then the Palace player will start to activate and get the kill on towards site, then you group together, you fight CT as a unit, you flash, you take the space that you've got, so now you've got more room to leverage beyond the bomb site. That was a perfectly played round. Where's that been?
How do I deal with what I'm feeling? Maybe I just don't. What you doing? I'm in ruins, all alone. I'm all alone. And I know nothing I do helps me forget about you. You just came out of the blue. If you only knew. Didn't have a cup of coffee. Let's go to a restaurant. Go to a field, pick up some strawberries. Then maybe let's fall in love. Didn't have a cup of coffee. Let's go to a restaurant. To a field, pick up some strawberries. Then maybe let's fall in love. Didn't have a cup of coffee. Let's go to a restaurant. To a field, pick up some strawberries. Then maybe let's fall in love. The feelings I feel when you come near me, all I can see is you and me together, building a future forever, loving till eternity. I see you, can't you see what you're doing to me? The way you got me, baby, it's like I can't even breathe. You're all that I need, and I know nothing I do helps me forget about you. You just came out of the blue. If you only knew. Didn't have a cup of coffee. Let's go to a restaurant. Go to a field, pick up some strawberries. Then maybe let's fall in love. Didn't have a cup of coffee. Let's go to a restaurant. To a maybe let's fall in love. Then maybe let's fall in love. Then maybe let's fall in love. Then maybe let's fall in love.
Well, it's a strong start from HSG, but Nigma Galaxy proved why they're the best in the world, winning out the half 7-5. But a little bit of hope at the tail end for HSG.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Finally, it all starts to click. Finally, the lurk timings are more efficient and more effective. I was impressed with Nigma Galaxy because, look, you've got Anna being incredibly dynamic, you've got Kat that is anchoring down positions, and we're not even speaking about the rest of the team that are just popping up and having a lot of impact themselves when it matters most. Now we're into this pistol. 4 players, in fact, make it the whole lot, lean towards ramp 1 Palace. We're going A.
Olga tucked in, committed position, does have support from Ticket, but she has to come up big here with the USP. Utility coming on over, she's calling this to her team, and they jump around the corner. Oh, Olga, there we go. There she goes. 3 kills, 4 kills. Blink and you miss it. Olga is here.
And that is one thing that you cannot account for and expect. The individual prowess. There she is on the server. First person jumps round. You see the reasoning why it's trying to take the crosshair away. But no, Olga just snaps necks.
Holy, let's watch that one back again. The jumping movement as well from both players, but tap, tap. I thought she was done for here, but she just keeps on firing. And the 4th kill as well. Destruction. Devastation. Olga absolutely puts them down.
Cool, calm, and composed as well. Just the facial expression. There was no excitement there. It was just game face on. We've got a job to do.
Well, she's been having a rough one so far. That T side was not up to her standards. So
No.
kicking off the CT side, now she intends to go on. M4, A4 in her hands as well. And HSG, that's both pistol rounds. Plus, in both occasions, Nigma Galaxy have gone for the EQ, and obviously makes sense. No bomb plants. They have to do that here. If they get these MP9s farming cash against these pistols.
It's a cool little variation on the setup for the jump spot on B. Trying to get as much information as possible while revealing as little of yourself as possible on the other side. Stack dismounts in underpass. Olga doesn't give them the satisfaction of jumping into the waiting arms of the Glock, but will soon find a little bit of contact and spots the entire roster.
Straight into their heads, and now she can get some more kills. Maybe call over some teammates. They're putting a bit of pressure onto her. Don't want to lose this M4. Plenty of bullets in the chamber, and she's brought them all down very low, so a lot of assists certainly going to be given to her. Don't trip over your shoes here. Yeah, it's more like it. There we go. Would have loved the SMGs to get a few more, but 2 will do the job, and you don't lose a single player, so HSG will take that.
Yeah, and what I like there is the fact that the second B rotator has gone to help out Window, and they are all supporting each other, but they're not over-rotating and over-committing. And that also is just helped out by the fact that they did that so cleanly. Nigma Galaxy, their intention was to cause chaos in towards middle and try and get the bomb down for a couple of extra pieces of utility here and there scattered. But as you can see, no AWP in this one. It's just pure AKs.
Yeah, it's fine. 5 AKs, you're up against 2 MP9s and... Well, sorry, 3 MP9s and a FAMAS, so the buy is much more favoring HSG, and the heaviest hitter has just eaten a delicious bit of shrapnel.
Yeah, heaviest hitter now, heaviest hit. Cat waiting patiently. Double push, the flashbang, not good enough. Oh, and Cat finds both.
The flashbang got stuck in the furniture. I think it landed on the left side of the couch. If it had landed where it was intended, she's done for there. That's devastating, but I mean, great kills from Cat.
Look at the reaction as well. You've got a player under Palace, you've got a player in Palace. That means mid completely open. You're not spotting from jungle, you're not spotting from connector. Your B anchor player that they know as well is there. And look at this, Nigma Galaxy are taking so much space.
However, look at the positioning from Olga. She's pushed all the way through. She's going to be in the backlines in a moment. She might disrupt everything. If she catches this timing, she has support as well. GFI's coming on through. You've heard the utility throw. You know what's going on. Olga going to come around, and it's being held. Oh, Tori, diligent, shuts down Olga, and now GFI is here, but she's not going to arrive anytime soon. Has to walk all the way around. Can't make a noise. Jawu, definitely known, spamming through the smoke, but the MP9 not connecting, and now GFI is going to arrive, and she is cleared. Tori making sure that they cross their T's and dot their I's. Nigma Galaxy have run over HSG in this round.
GFI stepped. She's walked the whole way out Palace. She hasn't picked up the rifle to not make noise. And then you've got to ramp and you've run. That is really unfortunate. Like the idea on going for this Palace lurk, but at the same time, Nigma Galaxy know that this is going to be probably where you're going to put your forces because you're not receiving contact in towards middle. There's no one spotted from CT. Where are these players? Well, they've got to be either in CT spawn or in Palace.
Yeah, I also don't like the double push to T-spawn. I think, you reveal one piece there, but then you can have GFI in Palace, and you're not expecting her because you just had Olga push.
Yeah, agreed.
Fast though, Vilga all the way up to ladder and not ready for GFI. Great opener, and that's the entire split. All four of the T's now have to pause. Looking like they still want to commit to this. HSG have got two players over here, plus the close rotation in towards ladder. They're in the right places, but they need to find their marks.
There isn't really much utility here either for this T side, and they're actually faking. Bomb is now going to reroute towards underpass. You've got the rotation out of Olga, and meanwhile, Tori's gone through the window. Olga's going to be spotted, absolutely, caught in transition.
I love that window boost. It was so quick and completely caught them off guard. GFI misses the timing to catch 23, although she gets to live because of that, and she's going to catch out Tori, so gets the advantage back for the CTs. Now, you still got to play over towards Ticket, and this is everything. Zhao Wu as well, providing the crossfire in from short. Is going to spot out one player crossing on up, and Hazel falls to Anna. Reveals her position. That was the trump card. 23 is going to plant safe. 3 versus 3. There are kits in play.
Yeah, but look at Cat. Look at Cat's position right now. She can basically win it here. She's on a very late lurk coming up through connector, and she is playing this one perfectly. Doesn't just want one, wants to confirm the round. On a swivel, Zhao Wu will find the trade. It's a 2 versus 2, but 23 will find Argent. This is looking very good for the T side.
Yeah, swinging together as well. You can see just the way 23 and Anna are playing this, not allowing the 1v1s, although as I say that, Zhao Wu is given the opportunity, but there's no time, no health, and no idea where Anna is gone. Nigma Galaxy, 9-7.
And this is the difference between the good teams we've got in ESL Impact and the best teams in ESL Impact. It's the speed of the reactions and of which you kind of piece this information together and then conduct a mid-round out of it. As you mentioned, Lucy, that mid boost was just instantaneous. Nigma Galaxy have got the idea that the entire design of the round is to rotate people over very quickly. They take the space that was just occupied and catch players out.
It's really interesting because Newt was kind of highlighting earlier just that Nigma Galaxy actually really struggle in the 4v5 conversions compared to a lot of other top teams. However, this map, I feel like I've seen at least 3 instances, including that round that we just saw, where they've lost the opening kill with no trade potential and still been able to convert.
Trade potential has been a massive thing all map long, and it feels like HSG giving up a lot of advantages. We've also just said in that previous round as well about the CT player. CT player should not be swinging there in any instance, especially when you've got the contact from connector, especially when you've got the contact from ladder. You're there to set up crossfires.
Nice kill with the USP, but Vilga making sure they don't lose anyone else in towards mid. Oh, okay, GFI just walks through the USP, hits the double headshot. They made it slightly expensive. Olga's going to be in the wrong place, though. Looks like she wants to come over and fight towards mid, and that's where the bomb's going to exit. You'd love to be able to pick up one of these AKs. Money's not great because the Olga's got 1,700, bought that Zeus. She'd love to get an AK taken to the next round if she can.
thing is, she knows that the AKs have been dropped in towards middle, but she can't go there because Cat is holding. Cat has been fantastic all game long. Been very impressed with just the responsibility that she's had on her shoulders, not only on CT side, but on T side. She knows that the responsibility for her is to catch out these players on a late lurk or make sure she's holding down a gun. It's all of these little micro things that are adding up and going in favor of Nigma Galaxy. They hit double digits first.
Remember, this is first to 13 in March 12. HSG can have the guns out, but they lose this one. We're back in the half buy, and then suddenly you're on map point. But this round, everything weighs on it. It's a little bit lacking. There's a FAMAS and an MP9. Oh, missed smoke, and it's actually going to work out for the T's, although the utility is keeping Olga alive, barely. And Hazel comes to support, but can't quite find Vilga. And now it's the fast hit on towards B, in towards the van. Argent is burning, and Cat claws through. Xiaowu from short has found a kill back. She's been fantastic as well this map. Finding so many critical kills. 23 wants to keep fighting. She's also a little bit low. Could get scary for her, and GFI's found one. The push through from Cat. Wanted to take that space in towards Market, and she's punished for it. Bomb is committed. I think it's fallen out of the window. So they have to fight into this, have to find their way through, and 23 gets that first kill. But there's the trade. Anna, AWP in hand, strikes through. Brought low, and Vilga on the swing behind the flames finds another. GFI has to do it all, but it's Vilga again.
How do these rounds keep going in favor of Nigma Galaxy? I really don't understand. Again, it's another position in which HSG are bored and think, how has this happened to us? They
Why
had
do we keep swinging short?
They had everyone there. And they were swinging short, sure, but the trade spacing was very good. They were winning out these trades, they were winning out the advantages. Nigma Galaxy thought that HSG were going to push her underpass and go for a lurk. That didn't happen. In fact, everyone was there. But it's the timing of the swings on short compared and contrasted with the swings on towards market door and window, because GFI has found one kill on a player pushing close, and now she has a lack of information. That space has already been taken by this T side. There could be more players lying in wait for me.
See that one back. Xiaowu and GFI getting the critical kills that look like they were going to find the path through. It looks like Hazel's maybe fumbling with utility there as well in an exposed position. Small micro mistakes that you cannot be making against a team like Nigma Galaxy.
I feel like also as well, HSG, this whole game, their economy's been really weird. It feels like we haven't actually seen a full round where they've had either complete AKs and an AWP or complete M4s in this half. I think I've seen Hazel on the sniper once, and normally you can bring it out maybe 3 times in a half, so it just screams to me that they're making some overextensions and over purchases in a number of these rounds.
The consecutive rounds have been difficult as well when it comes to the guns. This HE is going to hurt. You can just see. It's also going to clear the smoke so the swing can come through, so should be perfect. And okay, only counts for 1. I mean, this is just some pistols. Olga is being very thorough. Okay, there we go. Dealt with the player. No. Olga's still here. No, GFI gets 1. And Olga hits a shot as well, so that's nice, but meaningless in the grand scheme because Nigma Galaxy find 12.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And now you're going up against guns, you're going up against bolstered bank balances. Anna is on the AWP. She can buy that if she dies in the next round. Finally, we get all the M4s, but yet again, this sniper is completely uncontested. And Nigma Galaxy, we haven't seen a straight execute out of them yet. This might be the perfect time to bring it out.
Yeah, why not? You do need the bomb. But we're going to go back and grab that one. Yep, straight up execute. Why not? Let's try charging on through. 23 wanting to steal the killing blow, but Hazel gets the opener. GFI's still here. The flashbangs are great, though. Tori and Kat helping each other out on the entries through. Xiaowu and Olga get a kill apiece. 2 versus 3. HSG, you've got an advantage. You can't let this one slip. Not another one of these situations, but no, now it's given up. 2 versus 2. Slowly but surely, giving opportunities. And you can't give them to this team. You can't give them to Anna and Vilga. Look at the space they've taken. Anna can now tuck behind sight boxes, has so much room to move with the AWP. Utility forward, but maybe Vilka will just finish it right here. Or maybe not. Maybe it's Argent to spray through the flames, and Argent with 4 HP gets the double kill.
It's so much more stressful than it needs to be.
Dear.
It does not need to be this complicated. You put yourself in a player advantage. It's a 3 versus 2. The one thing you don't need to do here is swing. Swing into the AWP. Swing into the rifle. 1 by 1. It's really unnecessary. Good work from Argent, but there is a lot of work to be done here in this map still.
Those ultims are so hard to see through in CS2. That was just a wild fight between both of them.
Look at the consequences as well. Off the back of that, sure, you've won the round, but look at the cost it comes with. 2 MP9s, 2 FAM assists.
You mentioned the economy. It's in shambles. Olga wants to get aggressive, but Vilga gets the first. There's that trade. Argent's going to spot 2 players. She needs to be careful. Only one near here. Naru's going to be supporting from short, but it's an MP9 in her hands. Now back towards mid, the other 2 players from the T side go, reclaiming the space that Olga tried to take from them.
Yeah, they've not actually gone for information, HSG. They've had a little peek in towards ramp, but mid very much open. It feels like they're a little bit unawares. Olga finally gets the intel, but Tori takes her head off.
Oh, that's a long-range fight, and the MP9 almost wins it out, but GFI is alone. She has 3 Ts about to swing on her. She's doomed. Oh, what? How does she win that one out? Still alive, still fighting. Eventually, Tori does take her down, but she is low. There's a world. They can make this happen. The swing, spotting out the bomb. Are you ready for Tori? Yes, Argent finds the kill. Puts it back into even steading, but it's Anna with the AWP and a missed shot. Pause a moment, and they swing together. And again, Anna not quite finding the mark. Giving her opportunities, though, and she'll keep on taking them. She wants to find the fight, but Xiao Wu wins it out, and it's on to Cat. 2 players to find, knows that they're both here, spotted them. Anna's combing that over. And they swing together. That's perfect. That's what they needed.
Yeah, much better. Again, 2 instances of it. 3, 2, 1, swing the AWPer. Don't pull out the utility in that situation, because then you're giving Anna a lot of opportunities to isolate those fights. So good precedent there. And then on the final play, 20 seconds left. In theory, you don't need to swing, but if you do, you do it together, and that's exactly what HSG do.
Yeah, and a rare couple of missed shots from Anna as well, right? She had 3 opportunities there to find that kill. Difficult, obviously, because she has to hit the shot immediately. She can't afford to take the time in that swing onto 2 players, but you kind of expect her maybe to be hitting those.
Yeah, no, you definitely do. And it just goes to show, right, a couple of missed opportunities just in this T side off the back of the early momentum that HSG built up. If they got a couple more rounds in that first half, this would be a completely different scoreline. This would be a lot closer. And I feel like this scoreline really doesn't reflect what we've seen here on this map.
I can't believe GFI also gets that second kill.
Yeah.
That's insane from Tetris with the MV9. She's been actually phenomenal. And okay, here's the opportunity, right? Nigma Galaxy, they're onto the pistols. HSG can build up the bank. They need to keep this clean.
The round that you have got the AWP, because you scavenged it off Anna's body, is the round in which Nigma Galaxy are just armed with pistols. So this does get a little bit scary, especially when Olga's taking shots in towards middle. It's going to be a commitment over towards B. Yet again, Nigma Galaxy not aiming to try and win this round. It's just try and get the bomb down. But suddenly, if you get these kills, you get the rifles in your hands, anything's possible.
There is armor on a couple of players. Cat and Vilga could get equipped with rifles if they find them. But there are 2 players on the site. We saw HSG in a similar position on their side, and they got locked out when they attempted to come through with the pistols. See how HSG hold. Very delayed, and they wanted to put the question in the minds of HSG, but I think the setup they have is fine. They don't need to budge.
Yeah, but at the same time, you're working with very limited information if you're HSG. Olga's looked in towards mid and said, okay, well, no one is fighting me here. It's probably going to be an execute somewhere. Now the utility really gives up the ghost. Incendiaries go in at the perfect moment. Cat isolated, and there we are. Good kills.
They also found the lurk in Vilga. She was trying to play over towards connector. If she found a kill, got a gun, then suddenly she would have been a threat. 23 does find one. They're cleaning them up. Oh, okay. You didn't want to lose that player. And now that's the bomb plant, so Nigma Galaxy, oh, actually, no. Tori decides, maybe I can get a kill. Oh, no. Oh, not like this. Not against the P250. Okay. They survive, but it is expensive.
You've hit the nail right on the head. That was way more expensive than it needed to be. It all was looking really good. And then sure, Argent falls, and you think, okay, that was a nice shot on the pistol. And then suddenly Xiaowu gets two, feels inspired to go for one more.
It's giving me flashbacks of that pistol PT50 round. Was it 23 on Dust 2 last year?
Yeah.
It was like
There's also the Na'Vi Javelins versus Nigma Galaxy final. It was on Vertigo with the Tech 9s. Sure, they've won the round. Sure, HSG needs to do it 2 more to force OT. Utility is lacking. Argent only on an MP9. Hazel, though, does still have this AWP. Need to see it find impact here, and it does.
Perfect. Exactly what was needed. No counter-op either for Anna. It's a good opener, and now Olga wants to take more space. Spots out one, and Anna able to find the kill. Wins that fight out. Pushing an advantage that maybe wasn't necessary, and now it's back into the 4-on-4.
Look at Palace.
Space, Tori's out. She's just taking this ground. GFI under pressure. Tori finds the shot. Yeah, Hazel's here, but you can see she's worried about a jump over. She's worried about this swing. She's in a very uncomfortable position. 23 just walks in on her. The trade is immediate. But now it's a 2v3. Bombs being planted, and this could be it.
Yeah, that's really simple fundamentals from this T side. Just taking the space, you realise that there's a lot of players in towards mid the forward flash, and now Tori's in a forward position in jungle. Argent overwhelmed. And now it's all on Xiaowu. A 1 versus 3 to keep HSG alive, to prevent them from going down to this lower bracket. However, it is very difficult. Bomb's already halfway gone. She does have a kit, but she's used her smoke.
She knows who one player is, but the other two, it's going to be so difficult to find. The flames come forward. She's flushed out, and Cat is there for the killing blow. Nigma Galaxy survive against HSG.
Powerful word to describe it as well, survival, because there was a lot of missed opportunities, I feel like, for both of these teams. But it's Nigma Galaxy that prevail. It's the experience that shines through here against HSG.
If your other teams watching on, though, you've just seen Nigma Galaxy come in and almost get felled by HSG, and it was only because of the